Today is the 25th of December, Christmas Day, which is like in Sweden, it's the day after Christmas, according to our traditions, and in the Anglican world, Christmas Day is sort of the main day. Christmas time is confusing. Christmas times are confusing in that there are a lot of expectations that we put on ourselves. The year is coming to a close. So no matter who we are or where we are in life, Christmas time will be a time with a lot of thoughts storming inside, a lot of emotions storming inside. Some of our fears will be up on the surface. The news are quite heavy. There can be this not feeling, because it's a truth, and a truth is not necessarily just something you feel, it's something real. And there is a lot of people going after one another right now. There's a lot of ugliness in the air. There's a lot of tit for tat. So that will be our backdrop, this episode. That will be about confusion. In our 21-point star framework, there are, as we know by now, 5 situations, 5 difficult situations that I have created a framework for. And one of these situations is called confused, and is represented with 2 whitish, grayish question marks. I chose gray as the color of this situation because gray area, when we are confused, life can feel like a gray area. There are no distinct shapes, no distinct knowledge. Things feel relative. It can feel like there is no truth. There is just tit for tat ugliness. And I think that feeling is quite tangible this Christmas, with warfare being the case in the world right now, and there's a lot of worry and anxiety throughout the world about what will happen to our societies. A lot of confusion, a lot of fear. Enough about the negative stuff, the problem. I have called this episode the solution to confusion. I chose a somewhat humoristic title on purpose. To sort of acknowledge that confusion is very difficult. And it is a high ambition to look for a solution to confusion. I do not believe that all confusion can be solved by something we can learn. Sometimes in life I just think that each and every one of us has to go through the confusion. Sometimes our confusion is living us. I just think that's how life works sometimes. However, more often than not, there are things we can do about our confusion. So now you feel the energy in this podcast changing somewhat. At the root of our confusion, every time I have been confused, every time I have felt that I don't know what I'm supposed to do, every time I've felt that I don't know what am I to make of this information or this picture, every single time that I have been confused, I have lacked something certain, something in particular. And every time I have been confused, I have lacked structure of body. I have lacked physical structure. If we again look at our 21-point star framework, in the up to the left, the upper left part of the star, we have these two Polaroids that are called structure and body, respectively. The solution to confusion, as this episode is called, is structure of body. The solution to confusion is structure of body. One thing that makes us confused come Christmas time, come winter time, come the cold part of the year, the snowy part of the year, is that we lose our structure of body. What do I mean by that? Structure of body is when our body is being used regularly in physical exercise and in a way that helps us come in contact with how our body feels and our emotional cues coming from the inside. And winter time, Christmas time, we lose some of this structure of body. There are a lot of logistics that demand our attention and energy. There are a lot of meeting family and friends that makes us lose our regular routines, our regular working out, using our bodies. Um, when we have structure of body, when we have physical structure, there is this clarity in our lives. When we have physical structure, problems and challenges will feel as problems and challenges. When we do not have physical structure, problems and challenges will feel insurmountable and leaving us feeling confused and despairing. It is my belief that the cues, the emotional cues that we get from our insides are in direct relationship with how our bodies are used. So if I never move, if I never work out, if my body is going downhill, so to speak, then the cues we will get from our body will be that the future is not going to be very optimistic. On the other hand, if we use our bodies in a structured, predictable and confident way, then the cues we get from our insides will be matching that kind of physical structure, that kind of body. It's sort of a two-way street, that how we use our bodies affect how we feel, and how we feel affect how we use our bodies. And confusion is always a sign of that we lack physical structure. Always. Taking today, for example, I felt very confused waking up. As I said, in Sweden, our main Christmas holiday was yesterday, the 24th.
Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve is the important day in Sweden. So today was sort of the day after our important Christmas Eve. I felt very confused. I felt anxious. I had these back pains. I felt kind of bleak about the future. I felt that, wow, this is going to be really tough. Can I really do this? Things like that. Those kind of thoughts rolled through my mind. And then we went out for a run. And afterwards, I felt differently. It's not that problems go away. It's not that our current situation in the world feels necessarily better after having gained structure of body. But it feels like I'm gonna be okay. That's the best way I can put it, I think. It feels like all the problems are still there. All the challenges will still be very difficult to go through. But I feel like it's gonna be all right. I do not feel confused. I feel I'm not feeling happy about it, but I'm not feeling confused. Confusion has this sort of stickiness to it, this sort of enmeshed and tangled up feeling. What I feel after having been out running is more like this clear sadness, I think. Like I have bodily flow, so I feel that I have closer to these sort of free-flowing emotions. I have closer to anger. I have closer to crying. I have closer to laughter also, I guess. Not in this exact moment, but earlier on. So I think in conclusion, what to make of all of this is that often when we are confused about what our options are. And I think in times like these, when the world is in a crisis, it is Christmas time, it is winter, it's dark, it's cold, there are a lot of uncertainty in the air. Maybe it's not really realistic to think that my options are between being confused or being really, really happy. I think it would be kind of distasteful to strive for extreme happiness in these times. It wouldn't feel very truthful to the times. It would feel disingenuine. Yeah. The genuine feeling right now, I feel at least, is to feel kind of bummed out.
Yeah.
Feeling kind of bummed out.
Yeah.
So when we gain physical structure of body, we will not feel great. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not selling a dream. I'm just saying that if you do what you need to do, then you will feel honest and genuine. Not necessarily always great, but you will feel genuine. You will recognize yourself. You will feel like yourself. And the opposite to confusion is not happiness. The opposite to confusion is feeling like yourself. To tread the path that was meant for you. And when we have structure of body, it becomes a lot easier finding our path, the one we are supposed to be walking on. I went sort of on a roll there. Do you have anything you want to add or something you're thinking about on this topic?
You said that this episode is called The Solution to Confusion. Yeah. But do you have like a final thing to leave if someone's listening,
Mm.
to leave with them if they're confused. It
Do-
doesn't have to be a tip. It can be a tip, or it can be something to just take with you.
So if I'm hearing you correctly, you're wondering if I have something to say directly to the listener who is confused right now, listening. For the one being confused right now, I would say drop whatever you're doing. Lower your expectations on yourself for a day or two. And go for a jog. That's it. Drop whatever you're doing. Don't matter who gets angry with you or who gets disappointed with you. Drop whatever you're doing. Make up an excuse later on. Don't worry about that. Drop whatever you're doing. Lower your expectations on yourself and go for a jog. Do you have anything else you want to ask or something?
No.
That's it? Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.